Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the D.T.L Season 5 February. So, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've already looked at the results on this. I haven't really gone into it too much because I looked at my results, I looked at what Mark wrote about me, and I was disgusted in our chairman. He really laid into me, and rightly so I guess, but yeah, I had an absolute fucking shocking month. As Mark, rightly so, stated it for everybody to see. Fucker. Right, so, let's see how the month started. I say February, it's actually commencing February, so ending January. Let's have a look how our January went at Wolves. We started off really, how we needed to start off. We beat AI Sheffield Wednesday, and I think it's fair to say we got lucky. A very flattering scoreline to win 3-0, no doubt about that. FA Cup against AI, shite opponents, Macclesfield, apologies if you're a Macclesfield fan there. We advanced through to the 4th round, but you've already looked at the follow-up games. We lost to Spectral, probably a draw we might have been lucky to get, but losing in the 88th minute is a bit shit. It is a bit shit, but do you know what? It pains me to say the better team won. It really pains me to say that shit. We then went to Leicester City, another fellow human manager. We got well and truly beaten, 3-2, whatever. We then went to Redknapp in the league and got beaten, well and truly. Everything was going wrong, or everything has gone wrong. We played AI Watford, we beat them 3-1, it don't mean jack shit, because we then went out of the FA Cup at home to Redknapp again. We lost 3-2, even though we deserved at least a replay. Bare minimum, we deserved a replay, and we were 2-1 up as well, which is really shit. And then to finish off the month, no, sorry, that was to finish off the month. So an absolute shocking month for us, which sees us in 7th place, with a lot of work to do. Now, the formation we've been playing was that I went for something a little bit unique. It was fucking awful. We have altered things for the new month ahead. We've made some serious changes. Our squad is already in, but from our own point of view, our season has really come crumbling down. In terms of who's been our best player, star out, is that the right term? Epali 764 me. When 764 is your highest average rating at this time of the season, you know you've got issues. You know you've got issues completely. So let's take a look now then. The tables look like this. Colchester, run by our very own Trunky. Let's have a look at how his month was. Got a postponement there. I did read actually. Now that is typical Colchester, isn't it? Now I think, right, this is my true belief here, I did read about the weather played a part. Now the idea was to make it all an equal sort of concept. It doesn't matter about stadiums, but a postponement does affect, because what that's going to do is that's going to give Trunky an additional game in another month somewhere. So Mark, right, not that I'm bitter with you about what you wrote about me, but sort your fucking self out. Nah, seriously. So for Trunky, it was a great. Oh, we had 2 postponements. So, fucking hell, 2%, but Trunky, I wouldn't have that shit, I would not have that. Other than those postponements, what a month for Trunky. 4-0, 2-0 over a fellow manager, 1-0, 2-0, 2-0 over fellow managers, FA Cup against Derby, and 3-0. I'm actually going to support Trunky now. I think to have 2 postponements there, it was already going to be a busy month of 7 games, am I reading that right? 2, 5, 7 games, so it would have been 9 games. So I guess in a way you might have been happy at the postponements, but you see what I mean? You see what I'm getting at, don't you? Well, you fucking better. Okay, over to Hull City now then. Is that AMC, is it? AMC? It is AMC. Let's have a look how his month went. Lost to me. Me, sorry. Lost to Spectral 3-1. Lost to Tranmere 2-0. I think he'd be disappointed on that. Beat Grimsby, so he didn't have a good month, did he? He did not have a good month in a sense. I mean, yeah, I mean, he'll be disappointed that he's lost ground at the top of the Premiership there. On to Manchester City. I can't remember who Manchester City gaffer is. AJ for Manchester City. So Arsenal 1-1. went through in the third round of the FA Cup, beat Villa, lost to Southampton, beat Preston, drew against Sheffield Wednesday, so he's got an FA Cup 4th round replay in the February month, and drew with Chelsea in the first leg of the League Cup. So, all to play for there. On to Chelsea now then. Spectral, how was this month then? Let's go. Hull City, he beat them. He beat Luton, he beat Wolves, he beat Arsenal, he beat Villa, he beat Chesterfield in the FA Cup, and of course we just said about his League Cup semi-final. So a very good month for Spectral. And I think a couple of seasons ago I said Spectral had a very strong team. I think what's happened is as seasons have gone by, everybody's been able to try and build and get almost on par. But still certainly going to be a force. Leeds United, managed by Dweverton. Let's have a look at how his month went then. Grimsby 2-0, went through the FA Cup, drew with Spurs, smashed Arsenal, smashed Millwall, beat Bristol City. Not a bad season. Not a bad month for Dweverton. Well done. On to the Mighty Gooners, run by Marimo. Let's see how his month went. Okay, 1-1 with Man City, knocked out Southampton, and do you know what, we said, didn't we, bullshit thing with these back-to-back games, so knocked out the FA Cup, then lost to them in the league, lost to Chelsea, lost to Leeds, beat Grimsby, and got knocked out the FA Cup, so he'll be pissed off, he'll be really hacked off, no doubt about that. From Arsenal, over to Southampton now. Got to remind myself now then, it's Durham is in charge of Southampton. Let's see now, Man United 1-0, went out the FA Cup, back-to-back games with Arsenal, so again, went the other way round, went out the FA Cup, won the league game, beat Liverpool, beat Man City, lost to Colchester, drew with Tranmere, and has lost the opening leg of the League Cup. He'll be fucking furious with that. He will be furious. Over to Liverpool, that is run by our very own Redknapp, of course. Let's see how Redknapp's overall month went. Preston 1-1, went through in the FA Cup, lost to Southampton, beat the mighty Wolves, beat Newcastle, lost to Spurs, and of course beat Wolves in the FA Cup. So yeah, a fairly good month for Redders, I think. It could have been a lot worse, but could have been better, I guess. Over to Preston North End, whose manager escapes me. Luke is in charge. Let's see how Luke's month went. Liverpool 1-1, Wrexham in the FA Cup, got a replay 1-1. Colchester lost to Man City, won his replay of the FA Cup, and Port Vale, fuck me, you want extra games here, don't you? But just a quick note then, Preston North End's next game is at the mighty Wolves. You saw it here first, yeah? Okay, on to the next team, Manchester United, run by London. Let's see how his month went then. Started off with Southampton, he lost, he beat Reading 4-3, he beat Newcastle, drew with Tranmere, went through the FA Cup against Brighton. Having a bit of a shit run in the league, it's fair to say, over for London at Man United. He'll be a little bit fucking angry. Leicester City, run by General Smuts. Let's see how his month went. Beat Southampton, went out the FA Cup to Colchester, beat the mighty Wolves, lost to Sheffield Wednesday. I think if I remember rightly, was it the last month he had an absolute atrocious month. He's just playing fellow human managers all over the shop. So, on to Tranmere Rovers. I forget who's in charge of Tranmere Rovers. We have mentioned them. Reese is in charge of Tranmere Rovers. Lost to Leicester, beat Hull in the FA Cup, lost to AI Watford, lost to Colchester, drew with United, drew with Southampton, drew with Bolton in the FA Cup. Well, what can you say? So that's Tranmere Rovers. Over to the First Division now. We've got our very own Mark, who is in charge of Stoke City. I'm sure he had a good month somewhere along the line. Barnsley beat them, went through in the FA Cup, got thrashed at Torquay. Thrashed Bolton away, fellow human manager. Beat Everton, beat Grimsby in the FA Cup. Well done, Mark. He's having a fabulous season, isn't he? Look at that. He's going for promotion. He's doing well in the FA Cup as well. That Torquay, I mean, what the fuck happened there is beyond me. I mean, do you know what? If I was Mark, I'd be fucking furious to be doing so well, winning games left, right, centre, and then losing to Torquay United 4-0. I mean, Torquay, for fuck's sake. Over to Bolton Wanderers then. Bolton Wanderers currently 4th in the First Division. Remind myself now, run by Eversham. Just went back, didn't we? Right, okay, let's go to the start of the month then. Lost to Wimbledon, knocked Spurs out the FA Cup, beat West Ham, lost to Ipswich, and then Stoke, of course, in the big game. Drew with Torquay, drew at Blackburn, and has got a replay in the FA Cup. That's mouth-watering replay there in an all-human battle FA Cup tie. Blackburn Rovers. Okay, having a bit of a shocking season in 15th place. Just a ghost. Mate, you're a fucking disgrace. But you are still riding high in the FA Cup. You are through to the 5th round after your 3rd and 4th round victories. But your league wasn't the best, was it? Drew with Crewe, beat Everton, drew with Rotherham, drew with Bolton. So you need to sort yourself out. I think, you know, to put it blunt, you need to sort yourself out. We've got nobody in the 2nd division, have we? So that is where we're at with the leagues. Let's have a look at the Champions League then. Probably it's not going to be no different, is it? No, of course it's not. So Chelsea, just to remind you then, Chelsea are there. Man City are looking good. Southampton are looking good. What Southampton doing in the Champions League is just absolutely disgusting. And over to the UEFA Cup then. Tranmere against Strasbourg. Olympiacos against Liverpool. Feyenoord against Leeds. It's going to be a big month of February, because this first round of the UEFA Cup is going to get underway. And of course, the Champions League, that's going to get underway as well. You know, we're going to have a couple of games hitting the Champions League, it looks like. So it'll be very interesting to see how we do. Now, from my own point of view, like I said, I have changed things around. I think I've moved to I've moved to 4-4-2. I think, because we're just absolutely atrocious. I mean, let's take a look now then at Colchester. We'll take them as an example. He's our league leader, Trunky, our very own Trunky, and that's the formation I was playing as such. Apart from I had a few more arrows, and I think it's just a case of he's got better quality than me. I mean, that guy Vieira, wherever he got Vieira from, you know, that must be an amazing manager, whoever he bought him from, because he looks a beast, don't he? He don't actually, does he? He's not as great as I thought he would look. How many red cards has Vieira got? Only one. Doing well there, Trunky. Let's take a look then at the formation of Hull City. AMC 4-3-3. I can't remember what formation I've done, if it's 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. See, I quite like that formation. And I think he's got a relatively good lineup as well, to be fair. I don't know about Graham Lasso. I fucking hate Graham, because I don't like Graham Lasso in real life. And we'll have another check then on Manchester City. Run, of course, by AJ, and that is AJ. So I can't get along with two up top in CM. I really can't. But let me just have a look now then. Bobby Petter. Look at that. 15 assists. Absolutely crazy. I always said Bobby Petter was a good player. Tell you what we'll do. Let's have a look then at player search. Yeah, we'll include ourselves. Let's have a look at who has been the most on form player with goals. Right, okay, so we can't yeah, so we can't do no human club, no? Is that what you're saying, yeah? Oh, I can, there you go, yeah. What am I talking about? What are you fucking... Oh, do you know what? Fuck it. So, a really shit month for me. A shit month for me and a good month for Mark. I ain't going to say nothing about that. All I'll say is, right, Trunky, you've fallen off number 1. You're down to 2. Spectral, you're down to 3. And we've got a new number 1 on my shit list. I'm going to let you work out who that is. Till next time from me, guys, take it easy.